Hi, welcome to Books to Boardrooms with Dr. Kiran. Today we have the pleasure of having Mr. Kartik. Kartik is the marketing innovation leader at Honeywell, and during the next 15-20 minutes we will be discussing with him the various product marketing strategies. We will be talking about the new product development strategies as well as some of the new products what we can expect from Honeywell. Thanks Kartik for coming. Can you just give a little background about yourself and Honeywell?
Sure. First of all, thanks for having me here. I'm sure your students really enjoy this series of videos. So I was working with Microsoft for about 8 years. I started in 2008, predominantly in product marketing, before I made the switch from B2C to B2B to Honeywell. I currently work as a marketing innovations leader in a division called Safety and Productivity Solutions.
So can you just give a little more information about Honeywell as a company in terms of the product categories what Honeywell is handling? You told they are predominantly go to B2B category.
It's quite a diverse business. So it's more than a 130-year-old company. It's a listed company. We're part of Fortune 100. We're headquartered in North Carolina in USA. We've got more than 100,000 employees. So we do many things. So we make aircrafts more safer and efficient, both in defense and in commercial sector. We have a business that makes advanced materials and chemicals. We have businesses that make buildings smarter, and again, even including Burj Khalifa here in Dubai. So we have a lot of systems for fire and security in buildings. And lastly, a business I'm part of, which is focused around making a worker safer and more productive.
Okay, so these are all B2B product basically. So what is the strategy of distribution? So you do sell directly to the end user, or do you have channel partners in between or distribution partners in between?
To each business, but I think primarily we are a partner ecosystem led business. I think we work closely with a large network of partners we have around the world. So you could call it, we don't engage a lot with, we have some strategic customers that we probably work directly with, but it's predominantly a partner network led business.
So you have distribution partners who basically buy the product from you and then further sell to their customers.
In a way, yeah, true. So we work with them closely. There could be solutions that are multiple product based, and we also work with software vendors. So they take our hardware, they add their element of software to it, and then it becomes a solution. Or they integrate multiple products, and we probably are a piece in that solution. So it's different, but yeah, it's like I said, it is more of a solution-based thing in the end for the customer.
So basically you handle multiple product categories, you said, from in Honeywell, and then you have a distribution model because you don't directly sell. So but how you promote as a Honeywell as a brand? Because for an end user, if a distribution partner is coming, they must be having more other brands also, your competitors will be there. So why should a customer prefer, okay, I should go for Honeywell? I'm talking about quality is one of the factor. But is there any other way Honeywell does some sort of marketing activities or promotional activities or communication activities to let the end users know that this is the brand they should be going for that category?
We use all conventional methods as a B2B business, I suppose. I think being in the, for more than 100 years also makes us a very established player. So fortunately our customers probably promote us more than we do. But again, we participate in trade shows. We're invited to a lot of tech summits where we share our expertise in solving different customer problems. In off late, there's a heavy focus on digital marketing now. We are aggressively pursuing that medium of trying to, we do case studies, and yeah, I think, but in most cases, I think our customers do the job for us because it's a lot of repetitive business, referral business. So, and also as in each of these line of businesses, I think our customers know us very well, and a few of our products actually are more known than our brand itself, which is not a bad situation to be in. So yeah.
So you think that, so that's one good takeaway for any organization or anyone in the sales, that you can have a good number of marketing, whether you do social media or any traditional media, but you need a very good product. And your customer need to speak for yourself, and that can be the biggest endorsement for any particular brand.
It's the customer, and then the product has to do its own job of selling itself, because if it's a great product, I think we'll keep getting new customers, and our existing customers will usually we have customers asking out, okay, we've been using this for, and most of our products last quite long. So they're like, okay, what's the next one? And we want to replace your own products with your new generation product. So, which is our biggest strength, I would say.
So what about your competition? I'm sure you will be having a lot of competition because as I know, Honeywell is into multiple product categories. So do you have any specific company who deal with all your products, or you have for each category of product you might be having different competitors?
I always keep joking. I mean, you walk in the Honeywell office, I think every 6 meters you ask a guy who your competition is, the names are different. So everyone is competition. Like you said, based on line of business, it keeps changing. We keep track of what competition does, and again, because we're so diverse, we always try and be a step ahead in terms of technology and relevance to the market. But yeah, competition is quite severe. I mean, probably in thousands if you have to put company names. But yeah, competition is good. It also helps us be best at what we do.
So being a marketing innovation, that's the title, what do you say? So how important is innovation for Honeywell? And can you just throw some light on the role of innovation and which are areas you use innovation for?
So first I'll talk about innovation for Honeywell. I think it's a driving force. I think in the last 100 years, I think few of the innovations that Honeywell is, or inventions rather, that Honeywell has come up with has almost changed the way we live life. I mean, the thermostat, I think that's something everyone recognizes. So we invented the thermostat. Unleaded fuel that we use in our cars today was also partly Honeywell innovation. Autopilot in flights, I mean, imagine. So that probably has changed how just airlines function today. And then more relevant for me is the standard barcode that you see on all products is again in Honeywell innovation. And we continue to do so. I think every year there are some new products that we keep launching which are very new, and that will remain the core of what Honeywell does in terms of taking things forward.
The examples what you told is it's I mean, for me also a lot of information is pretty new. So that means Honeywell is basically more like an innovation organization rather than just a product marketing organization.
Absolutely.
So you develop. So do you have your internal R&D, or you do have innovation partners? So how you get these new product ideas?
So there's a massive R&D team. In fact, 20% of our employees are engineers who work on the next innovation. And in terms of partnerships, it happens at different levels. So at an international level, in my business, we are partners with Google and Qualcomm. And at a regional level, last year during pandemic, there's such a surge for masks, we partnered with Strata, which is a subsidiary of Mubadala, to set up a local manufacturing plant in record time in our lane. So yeah, partnerships is something we value a lot. And in terms of manufacturing, we do also obviously have contract manufacturers that we partner with in for a lot of components and few parts of our solutions. Yeah.
So if innovation is going to be the main function of any organization, that means you'll be coming with a lot of new products on a regular basis. Can you just take us through the new product development, not only in Honeywell, but generally from your experience? What is the normal process of this new product development to make the product a real successful in the market? So what are the various steps you guys follow, or from your experience?
I think for me the starting point is very important. At Honeywell, it was a great learning when I started as product marketing in Honeywell. I think the customer problem is the first starting point for us. So we start there, and then we involve the customer in the process too. Most of our products are results of customer problems. So they go through a lot of phases where we do a lot of testing with our customers. We do field tests, and of course there's some other products that we launch because of relevance. I mean, the new technologies like 5G or Wi-Fi 6, then we have to update our products. But predominantly, I think every business should look at customer problem, start there, and your products will be successful because they're trying to solve a problem rather than just trying to sell. So that's been the approach we use.
So you being a marketing person, how you collect this customer information, that what they need, or identifying what problem they're having?
So we have a regular process which is called voice of customer. All product marketers are encouraged to constantly have conversations with existing and new customers. So we keep recording market needs, we keep looking at trends, and sometimes it's even proactive. We go to customers saying, we think this is going to change. Do you see it also that way down the line? And a few of the products, the R&D is even close to 10 years. So we've started planning for something that's going to happen 10 years later. So it's quite an extensive process, but very interesting to see. And every product is different. We have different cycles for each of these products, but the essence remains customer first.
So you collect the voice from the customer, understand their requirement, understand their pain points, and then you ask the customer what they need, or you propose what you think is right, and then go backwards and develop the product and then push it back to the market saying that, oh, this is what you've been asking. So this is the process you follow.
So it's phases. We don't want to ask them something and then a couple of years later we go with a product which is not relevant anymore. So what we try and do is this phase one where we register their concept, we validate it again saying, okay, this is what you're asking, and we think to develop this, the pricing could be this. So we discuss different elements, including form factor and a lot of things. Then after the first stage of concepts, we go back to them saying, this is what we're thinking, is it aligned? They say yes. Then we go back with a beta version, and then we do different levels of the product iteration. Even before launch with the final product, we go back to them, we do some testing, including smaller details of if the design's right, or we test for different temperatures and all of those kind of things. So it's a very extensive process. We have 7 phase gates, we call it. But yeah, it's done in alignment with one or sometimes even multiple customers with the same problem or need. So yeah, that's the process.
I think from starting from the interview till now, I think everything is oriented towards customer. So can I say Honeywell is a very customer-centric organization?
I think every company should, and we definitely are. Because like you said, it's not, you won't see our billboards everywhere, right? Like you rightly mentioned. So it's our customers who we engage directly with. It's truly a customer-driven business. So for us, they will remain at the center of everything we do.
So how you see COVID changing the market scenario for Honeywell or across this market in the last couple of years?
It was very difficult, even for us, because we're an industrial company, and with industry shutting down, at least for a brief period, it was tough. But we found some clever ways. I think we focused on where we can still help COVID, because we extensively work with healthcare and pharmaceutical companies. Vaccines today need to be transported. They have to be in a particular temperature. So we have solutions for those. We also we have tracking solutions in logistics. And also, I mean, the most popular one obviously is our mask. So we sold a lot of masks last year. We're leading PPE manufacturers. So we had to find ways, and I think this year we see things improving. I think industrial demand is slowly coming back to what it was. We still feel that there is time for it to get back to 100%, but I think everyone's seeing that back to normal trend. I'm hoping we get back to business as normal.
Before I wind up, I just want to know, is there anything exciting coming up from Honeywell which people or organizations can look at?
A lot. I think quantum computing is something that seems big, and even I'm excited to see where we go with it. Recently, and we spoke about partnerships, we just announced a partnership with IIT Hyderabad, where we're setting up an AI lab for them. So a lot of AI related developments is something you can expect from Honeywell. And also drone technology. I think we just recently made announcements that we have drone technology, but we're trying to make them again very efficient so that they can go further, higher. So a lot is happening, and I think with time we'll keep seeing some great products and solutions from Honeywell.
Oh, thanks a lot, Kartik. I'm sure, I think quite a lot of information. I think one of the most important thing, as I told you, the purpose of this channel is to connect a lot of industry, what's happening in the industry with the students. So giving a lot of information about the role of innovation, the marketing, the new product development in any organization. It's fantastic. And of course, we are looking forward for all these new products, and I think we will, all our students and myself will be looking at it, see how this is going to change, the industry itself. So thanks a lot for coming and sharing your valuable information, and I look forward to see you soon.
Thank you, Kiran. See you soon too.